So we're back again this morning. We're gonna try as much as we can to get done on the bluegrass car. Pretty well part 2, but we got our dogs being extra obnoxious this morning. Get the garage opened up here. I did go and I borrowed some welding gas from a buddy, and whatever I use, I'm just gonna reimburse it. But yeah, it's been a struggle to get some welding gas from Rural King. Got that. I think I'm going to, let me flip you around here. I'm going to, I'm gonna weld this bumper or this framer on this side up with this MIG welder a little bit better. I'm gonna go ahead and mount the steering box, hook the steering back up. Then we're gonna roll it outside. That way, once it's outside and I get this side welded on, all I gotta do is put the 2 bolts for the idler arm, and then we can steer it back in here. But we're gonna try to get this, I'm gonna get this cleaned up and re-welded with the MIG welder, and then we'll jump on this side. I'm thinking I'm gonna push it out and back a trailer up to the passenger door of it and take a come along, loop it under this and hook it into here or something, and try to heat the back side of that where it's bent and pull it, see if I can pull it back straight. If we can do that, then we'll put the arm on it, or the other horn on it, and then we'll hook up the steering, hook up the sway bar, cut the front off, and then we'll probably get it in here to do the front bumper, so we can get it kind of level. And then we'll do the core support spacers and then start pushing all that out. Hoping to get biggest part of that done today. We'll just see how it goes. But yeah, I'll get my stuff unloaded out of the square body and get the welder over here and weld some of this up, and I'll get right back with you after we'll probably weld this up, bolt the steering box back up, and then get back with you. All right, so we got most of it welded up. Just pretty well triple passed. The only thing is there's a gap down on this bottom side, and then there's that, but I think I got enough. I'm gonna let it cool down. Come in here and might hit a little bit of that with a flap wheel. I don't know how close that steering box gets to that. And then we'll mount the steering box up, and then we'll be ready to try getting it outside. See if we can't fix this mess. Hopefully it works out like I planned. None of the other ideals have, so watch it this one. But we got that welded up. We're gonna let that cool. Go inside and probably make the kids some eggs real quick, and then come back out and get back after it. So once it all cooled down, everything actually cleared down in there. Pretty sure that didn't touch. Everything cleared down in there, so we got the box bolted back up and got the steering back on. Just a little tip I've learned from experience. There's a slot around this gear and these weird, like a locking Allen head or whatever. You gotta get those in there, in that slot, and then lock them down. Some people have a lot of problems with them. The only problem I've had is I slid mine way too far down on the box and it wasn't locked right, and ended up knocked it off once my car bent so much. But that's the only problem I've had out of them, knock on wood. But I figured that out the hard way. You got to get it in that slot and lock it down. But I mean, that's what it's all about, learning, basically messing up to learn. That's the way I did a lot of stuff. Figured out a lot of stuff the hard way. But I guess now I'm gonna get it drug out. I gotta get hooked up to the other trailer put it up against the car, jack this up, get that wheel off, and we're gonna try to put some heat to that and see if we can't pull it. I don't know how it's gonna work. Hopefully it works. About out of ideals. But yeah, I gotta get the square body moved, get that trailer hooked up, get it in, and then shove this out. And then I'll get right back with you when we're about ready to pull on it. Get everything all set up first. Then we'll be right back. All right, so got it hooked up there. Ran back, hooked to the trailer. Got the trailer pressed against the box right there. And then got it ratchet strapped. I don't know if this is gonna work, and the four-wheeler's against it too. I don't know. Stuff might start flexing, I don't know. But we're gonna heat it up. Chelsea's gonna record. We're gonna heat it up, and Sam's gonna crank on it. Get a lighter. I never really got one.
That's I can't see anything. It's fucking hot. That's hot.
Come on.
Fucking hot out here. Rusty!
Hold on. Hold on.
What are you gonna do if that comes back and hits you?
It's gonna hurt.
Well, it's gonna knock Sam out.
It hurts a little bit. think it looks pretty close. But we're gonna let it sit there for just a little bit and then let up on it, see if it'll hold, and then we'll get right back with you. Alright, we let it sit here and cool a little bit, and now we're gonna see how far it moves back.
Crystal does not like Brooklyn holding her.
Alright, Nathan, you all the way off.
I don't think it moved back hardly any at all, but we'll know once we get the wheel back on it and get it put back in there. I was going to do it out here, but I need to get it where I can set the horns level with that one. So one, hook everything and get the wheel back on it and get it back in the garage, and then start putting this horn back on it. I think we'll be able to make that work. If not, we'll do what we just said and make it work. Oh. Alright, I got it back in the garage. I think we might have been able to go a little bit further, but I don't think it's bad. I think it's pretty good. I don't know. We'll be able to make it work, I think. But what we are going to have to do is right here, this needs trimmed. It's trimmed to fit, and I got to grind some of this. I'm going to clean all this up. Or, well, fuck. Right here needs trimmed, and then grind all this up, clean it up. But I'll do that. I'll be right back with you. Alright, got it up there. It's showing at its level, showing this level, but this side looks higher. And it's measuring almost 3/4 of an inch higher. But I mean, this wheel may be laid in more than that one. There's so many, this car's just bent, but I got it welded up there. I got a bunch of gaps to work with, but that's the only way I can get it to fit where it kind of matched this one. But we're gonna go get I just ran out of wire too. But I do have a brand new, ready to go. But we're gonna go get a bottom radiator hose so I can test this radiator, see how that's gonna work out. And then we'll start messing around with this. I'll finish welding all this up, have to do the bottom, dread that, put the steering back on it, put the sway bar back on it, and then start cutting the front off, clean the bumper up. Hopefully we're able to start getting on there. But I feel pretty good now that that's just on there. If we can get the steering done, make sure everything's still working right, sway bar on it, and the front cut off today, I'd be happy as hell. But well, I do need to test this radiator because that's my only radiator, so got to figure out if that's good or not. Ordered a fan, it's on the way, it's supposed to be here Tuesday. Really don't have nothing that costs it's gonna be money wise to do this. It's just time consuming labor, really. I mean, I'm gonna have to get gas probably before I'm done. So where he gets his tank is right up the road, so I should be able to get that filled fairly easy. But we'll get back and tell you what happened with the radiator, and I'll continue welding this. We'll probably get back with you after we test the radiator and I weld a bunch of this up, but we'll be right back with you. Alright, so we're back. Got the steering hooked up. Got all of it welded up. Now I gotta do the bottom. The steering is working, so now we're gonna do the bottom, and then we're gonna throw the radiator in and see what it does. But we'll get right back after we get that done. Turned out, I don't know, fairly decent. Never claimed to be a welder, but I think it'll hold. Hopefully it'll hold. Really sucked the whole frame fall off this car, but we'll see what else we can do, and we'll get right back with you. Well, the radiator leaks, but The horns are done, the steering's done, the sway bar's in it. These little bushings are cut out, although it's got to come out quite a bit to line up to that. But that's probably all we're going to do today. About to eat some chicken. But we'll be back out here tomorrow. Probably out here every day this week. But we will catch you tomorrow. Alright, we are back. Well, as you can see, it's already getting dark. Didn't have much time to do much today. Had to go mow my mom's yard. But I did go steal the radiator cover or protector off of the Cadillac. And I cut my horns back. It says in the rules, cannot affect the eye. So, pretty well put it right up against it. On both of them. But not going to be able to do a whole lot, but I wanted to make sure I came out here and got some of it. I might try to clean this bumper up some. It's going to be probably one of the worst things to do to put this car back together. I hate messing with grinding down bumpers, but I might take a torch and wash some of this, try to wash some of it off first. But we got that. We actually have, I don't know. Life's just way too busy these days because I got stuff I got to do tomorrow and I got stuff I got to do Wednesday and got to have this car done by Saturday. So, but I was looking at my list. I think if I can get a good evening, Thursday will be the best evening I get. Thursday and Friday. Well, Friday will be all the way until it's done, but Thursday, be the best day. I think I can knock pretty well this whole front end out in a good evening. And that's a lot of the stuff, the all thread, the core sport spacer, the bumper, the plates, and then you got your horn plates I'm going to put on and where the kicker's at, cut the kickers out. That pretty well kills half my list. But the other half isn't hard. I mean, changing the oil, putting gear oil in it, checking all the fluids, checking the bolts. I do got to shorten these hump plates up. I forgot to put that on the list. I need to get another set down and see how they're measuring them. Because the way I measured them is I only need to cut about 2 inches, inch and a half. But there's other ways you can measure it where it's way long. So I need to see into that. But I figured I'd get on here and show you at least I got something done this evening. Just wasn't laying over. But probably just going to clean that bumper up some. Or try to. I don't know. Might lose motivation on that quick. Actually, I don't even know if I have grinding wheels. It's going to take a good grinding wheel to do it. And that I do not. Oh. Sometimes you find stuff you don't want to find. Got a good 6-inch wheel. Yeah, I might mess around with that. That'll be about all I do this evening. Take it, I don't know, kind of go in kind of early tonight and early tomorrow because Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday will be late. I think it's going to be cold as get out too. But if I do anything else tonight and make any progress, I'll show you. But this is probably going to be it for today and get right back with you tomorrow. All right, welcome back. And I haven't been able to do much at all this week. Been running, been doing this, been doing that. Pretty sure I showed y'all the radiator and we got started on cleaning up the bumper. So we got to finish that. Bailey's climbing in the car to cut my dash bar. Because it's too close. What did you do? Go up and down. Moisture causes rust.
Yeah.
Rust causes stiffness. But he's gonna cut that out. I'm actually gonna start cutting plates out with the plasma cutter. And I don't know, still a lot to do. But not a horrible amount to do, but a lot to do. So, gonna start messing with that. And I'll get right back with you after I get all these cut out. I don't want to bore you with that. And then there's some other ones I gotta cut down. But I will get right back with you. Alright, so got my plate cut. I think I'm gonna put it right in here somewhere. Got that plate cut for there. Bailey got it almost cut out. I think I'm gonna do the rest with a plasma cutter or a grinder, one or the other. But I might put a porta power in there to hold the pressure. Got the plate for there, the plate for right there. Next, I'm gonna measure the hump plates, cut them, and I got more ground on the bumper. But still got some more to go. But gonna keep chipping away at it. Guess now I'm gonna cut the hump plates, and then I'll show you under here. Let me get a light. These rules is the cross member cannot be welded. So I gotta cut my welds off it. If you look right up in there, them welds, then on the front side, the welds right there. Gotta cut those on both sides. Can't have the cross or the transmission tied down at all. So I'm gonna cut them. Hopefully it doesn't do nothing goofy. To cut them and then trim the hump plates up. I think I gotta take about 2 inches off the hump plates. Shouldn't be too bad. But I'll do that real quick and I'll get right back with you and show you what that looks like. Alright, back this morning. Phone actually went dead last night recording, but I did get the hump plates cut on both sides. And I got transmission cut and the bumper cleaned up. But this is probably going to be the end of this video. We got our next video to see if we got it done, because everybody knows my storage sucks on my phone. But I don't know, last night the phone went dead, so I figured I'd give you a little update before I ended it. That got them cut and the transmission mount cut. Come back for the next one and see if we're able to run this thing or not. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, and comment, and let us know if we did anything wrong, or if we didn't do it right, or if we did it clever, unsafe, anything like that. But just like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you on the next one.